Are you ready to do your speak out exercises? My name is Samantha Allendary. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I have worked exclusively with individuals with Parkinson since 1999. I'm here to help you get your speak out exercises out of the way. Hopefully, all of you are working with a speech pathologist individually, a speak out provider. That's what we call them. A speak out provider is a speech language pathologist who has gone through our course at Parkinson Voice Project. I'll ask Lena, who monitors these sessions, and by the way, thank you, Lena. I'll ask her to post the link so that you can find a provider in your area. We're trying to train as many therapists as we can. Last year we trained over 2,000 speech pathologists and graduate students, so we're trying to make our program Speak Out accessible to people with Parkinson's all over the world. If you have trouble finding a provider, then let me know. Call us. Call our clinic or send us an email. Let us know and we'll see if we can help you. All right. Let's all take a sip of water. I am sipping on warm water. You don't need to sip on warm water. Just feels good to me today. Let's take a sip of water and then we'll get started. We also had a question come in about cognitive exercises, and I will answer that today too. This week has been about building awareness. If you're using a mirror, use it. Make sure you're opening your mouth. You're exaggerating. We're going to start with the warm-up. Project your voice forward. May, me, my, mo, moo. Think about every sound. You are in control. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo. Very deliberate. If look across your room, make your voice hit the wall or fly out the window. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Let's do it again. Up and over. May, me, my, mo, moo. It's okay to take a breath in there. Your focus should be getting your voice forward. All right, one more time. May, me, my, mo, moo. We're warming up our voices. With Parkinson's, you must warm up your voice in the morning. Warm it up in the morning, do your exercises in the morning, and then in the evening or before you get together with friends or make an important phone call, then warm it up again. Just do like a warm-up later in the day would be maybe a few maybe my moos, a few ahs, a few glides. Count to 10 forwards and backwards and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Something like that. Just a little 5-minute warm-up later in the afternoon. And in the morning, you do your exercises. Take a sip of water. Think of a musician. A musician would practice their violin maybe in the morning, and then before their performance, they would warm it up. They wouldn't do as much practice as they did in the morning, but they would warm up their instrument before they would perform. Okay? That's how we have to think about it with Parkinson's. Second speak out exercise is the ah. Deliberately open your mouth. If you're using a mirror, then look in the mirror, make sure it's open. Here we go. Make the airflow go in front of you. That's why the program's called Speak Out. Do it again. It should be consistent. So many times with Parkinson's, the voice is not consistent. Sometimes it's louder, sometimes it's too soft. It takes a lot of control between the respiratory muscles and the vocal folds to make the sound come out consistent. Do the best you can. Here we go. Let's do it again. One more with intent. Think about it. Hit the wall, make the fly out the window in front of you. One more. Good. This week has been about awareness, becoming aware before we do something, while we're doing something, and after, whether it's talking. Before you talk, you're going to think about it beforehand. Before you do your you're going to think about it and get ready. Even with walking, when you're getting out of your chair and you're going to start walking, you're going to think about it first. You're going to monitor it while you're walking. When you get to your destination, you're going to say, how did I do? And you're going to evaluate and keep getting better. All right, same thing with writing. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water. We'll do the glides. I hope it's been helpful for you this week to think about awareness. It's very important for Parkinson's. All right, the glide. We're going to think about it. Project the forward and slowly glide up. Get as many little notes in there as you can. Here we go. Stop. Try to get as many notes as you can in there. If those notes are missing in your glide, they might be missing in your regular speech. And then that can make your voice sound kind of monotone. We don't want that. So you want to try to get as many notes in there. It all has to do with the breathing muscles and how strong the vocal folds are and how they're stretching. And when you skip notes, then there's something is not quite right. So get as many as you can. Let's do it again. Stop. Close your mouth. Good. More intent this time. Ready? Wait. I always do this in therapy. Did you throw it forward? Do it again. Stop. Good. Let's do it again. Stop. I tell you to stop all the way at the top because I want everything to settle and I want you to have to take that deep breath again. When you go through a speak out practice session, you're doing that motion of taking the air in, expanding your lungs, contracting the muscle, the coordination, probably at least 70 times, if not more. So we're exercising. One more glide, and then we'll move on. Stop. All the way. Ah. We've done our warm-ups, our ahs, and our glides. Now we're going to do the reading. Let's take a sip of water and get ready for that. Next week is Thanksgiving. What are y'all going to do for the holiday? By the way, we still have practice on Thanksgiving. Do not get together with your family without warming up your voice. All right, very important. You want to sound your best. You want to tell stories and enjoy the conversation. So make sure to get your exercise done first. All right, we're doing the harder one today. We're going to throw these numbers across the room. We're going to hit the wall or make them fly out the window. Lots of intent. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Do you recall that I told you for reading, our goal is to make it for 3 to 5 minutes. Reading for 3 to 5 minutes with lots of intent. Keeping our focus that whole time. That's your goal, because conversation will be easier once you achieve that. Well, it's similar to this because I want you to make it all the way through the numbers, concentrating using lots of intent. I don't want you to get down to the bottom and you start to lose control and it goes 85, 90, 95, like that. No. Keep your focus. Concentrate all the way through. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Over, across the room, say 100. 100. You see how it goes? Ready? 100. Like you're reaching. If you start to lose control here, we start at the bottom. Say the last line with me. 85, 90, 95, 100. If it wants to rush, stretch out the vowels. That's the secret. Let's stretch it out. 85, 90, 95, 100. What are we doing when we stretch it out? We're activating the intentional motor system that is not as dependent on dopamine, and that's how it works. If you're rushing your speech, if you're stuttering, stretch the vowels out. Let's start with 65 and then go back down. Ready? 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay? That's how you work on it if you're tending to rush. Take a sip of water. All right, we're going to do our reading. Now for the reading, what we're doing is we are coordinating the respiratory muscles with the phonatory, the vocal folds, and now the articulatory. This is one step before conversation. We call it the dress rehearsal. Reading is the dress rehearsal for conversation. So if you can read for 3 to 5 minutes with lots of intent, maintain your attention the whole time, your conversation will get better. All right, here are some quotes about doing the best we can and sticking with it. Okay, so let's read every word with intent. Let me make sure I have this blown up. Yep, I've got it on 200. Hold on one second. It won't move. Okay, let's read this with intent. Hit the wall. Ready? We can do anything we want to do if we stick with it long enough. Who said that? When you said Helen Keller, did you project it forward? Let's read it again. Ready? We can do anything we want to do if we stick with it long enough. Who said that? Good. If it's rushing, stretch it out. Let's read it and stretch the vowels a bit. Ready? We can do anything we want to do if we stick with it long enough. Do it again. We can do anything we want to do if we stick with it long enough. Forcing yourself to read in a different way exercises the muscles more and helps you use intent. Let's do the next one. To the wall. Each and every accomplishment begins with the decision to try. I want you to say to try. Get it in front of you. Ready? To try. Read it again. Each and every accomplishment begins with the decision to try. Who said that quote? Did you say that with intent? Who said that quote? Yep, I don't know. I just found it online. All right, next one. Ready? To the wall. What could we accomplish if we knew we could not fail? Do you see how it's every word? Could not fail. Say that. Could not fail. Now say it in front of you. Could not fail. Now say the whole quote. What could we accomplish if we knew we could not fail? Who said that quote? Use your best voice. All right. Remember earlier when I said when you go through a speak out home practice, you're expanding the lungs and you're going through this, you're re-coordinating the movements, and you do that about 70 to 100 times? That's why we keep repeating certain parts. We're trying to force you to take more breaths. All right, ready? One of the greatest feelings is accomplishing something you once thought was impossible. We're going to stretch the vowels a little bit. Ready? One of the greatest feelings is accomplishing something you once thought was impossible. Who said that? I have no idea. I don't know. If you know, go ahead and let us know in the chat. All right, next one. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Yes. Do it again. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Who said that? Do you see how I intersperse some conversation by asking you questions in between? That's a good way to practice speaking with intent in conversation. Next one. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't do. I think there needs to be another do on there. All right, let's start over. Ready? Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't do. Who said that? I have no idea. I found this on the internet. Okay, very good. Now we're going to move on to the cognitive. Take a sip of water, and first I'm going to answer this question. And I want to show you something on our website. So a question came in. Do you recommend an app to help develop or maintain cognitive reasoning? I don't have a particular app. I am not as familiar with those. However, what I want to tell you is what Dr. Boone told us. Dr. Boone is a world-renowned speech pathologist who taught us all about intent. He is the one who first recognized this in the late 1950s. And it really didn't come to fruition until we happened to get in contact with him, and he taught us all about intent. But he also taught us about the cognitive skills. Whatever exercises you do cognitively, you need to do them out loud. Okay? Out loud. Taking the information, organizing your thoughts, okay? But not just keeping it in. Actually organizing your thoughts and then getting the words out your mouth. People with Parkinson's tend to have slower thinking. They're usually very accurate in the responses, but it's taking them longer to process the information and to say it. So Dr. Boone recommends that adults, actually all adults, Parkinson's or not, that we read out loud every day for several minutes, even several times a day, reading out loud. So I recommend that. And then any cognitive exercises you do, that you want to do them out loud. Now in the Speak Out protocol, every lesson has a cognitive component, and they are geared towards areas that tend to be a little bit more challenging for people with Parkinson's. So word finding and reasoning, but again, all out loud. So let me show you something. You might know about it, maybe you don't. So this is Parkinson Voice Project's website, and over here next to the donate button, by the way, thank you to everybody who has already made their holiday challenge donation. Please go ahead and do that. We need to reach the goal and get the match. But right next to it, it says products and education. And I'm going to show you a couple things. First of all, did you know that we have an e-library? This is where you can, so all of our Loud Crowd books, let me go back. Let me show you this other one first. So purchase products, okay? If you're working with a Speak Out provider, we will give you a Speak Out workbook. You don't need to buy one, okay? But we also have our Loud Crowd workbooks here, and they're available for purchase. And at the end of the Out and About, this red, white, and blue, the USA Loud Crowd workbook, and the original Loud Crowd book, there are cognitive exercises in there geared towards Parkinson's. So this is an option for you if you want to buy some of these products. We also have our flashcards. You know how sometimes I use the photo cards, word cards, math cards, conversation cards. Those are available, okay? This Speak Out workbook is not available. That one is for non-U.S. patients only, because we cannot afford to ship the workbooks out of the country, all right? So these products are available, but let me show you something. Let me go back now. The e-library has all of the workbooks in it, and it's only $24.95 for a 6-month subscription. So this is an option. Rather than buying these other products, buying the workbooks and paying $50 for each, you could subscribe to the e-library. You would have access to all of the workbooks. We don't have the flashcards in there, but you know what? I might be able to figure out how to do that. But we don't have the flashcards in there, but all the workbooks. So again, there is a fee for this. It's $24.95. But that's a good way to look at them, and then you could do the cognitive exercises from there. All right, now we're going to do our cognitive exercises. So we're talking about success, and knowing that we can do things. So this is a picture I found online. I'm going to ask you some questions. This is using your reasoning and getting those words out your mouth. What do you think he's happy about? Go ahead, say it with intent. What do you think he's happy about? We're practicing conversation and speaking out. Maybe he's happy because he just got a date with a girl that he really likes. Describe what's happening in this picture. Say it with intent. Use as much detail as you can. Looking through magazines and albums and talking about the pictures is a great way to work on speaking with intent. Tell me about success in this picture. What do you see? Describe it. Are you projecting your voice across the room? What about this girl? Look at her, this woman, young woman, I should say. What is she so happy about? She looks pretty darn confident, doesn't she? Did you see what just happened? I did not speak with intent. All right, take a sip of water. We're going to do Dr. Boone's words. You've got to practice speaking with intent in conversation. All right, we are running out of time. Each one 3 times. Hit the wall or make it fly out the window. Here we go. Gu la gang ga ga. Gu la gang ga ga. Gu la gang ga ga. Next one, exaggerate. Ku ka man gu ka. Ku ka man gu ka. In front of you. Ku ka man gu ka. Excuse me. All right, ready? Gangla. Speak out. Gangla. Gangla. The next one. Kukla. 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 Okay, get some water if you need it. Guess what time it is? That is right. It's time for our bonus reading. We're going to read a poem I found online called You Can Do It. We're going to exaggerate the red words that you see. That forces us to use more intent. We're practicing using intent while we're building strength and endurance. Here we go. It's got to be very high intensity. Remember, 3 to 5 minutes with lots of intent. Here we go. Bonus reading. You can do it. You will make it through this day. Deep inside, I know you will. Just tell yourself you're not giving up. Keep moving and never stand still. Are you with me? Come on. Breathe in the fresh air you feel. Keep your head to the sky and never look down. I want you to use a lot of energy. Ready? Be one with the universe all around you. Listen to the birds and their magical sound. You're almost there, my friend. Keep climbing and believe in yourself. Leave your tears and anxieties behind you. Put your worries and doubts upon the highest shelf. Are you with me? Ready? I promise in time you will touch the sky and you'll feel so free and content within. All you have to do is stay motivated in life. Don't procrastinate. Wake yourself up and begin. You can touch that star you're admiring. It can become a part of your wonderful soul. By the way, do you know other people with Parkinson's that you just really admire them? They're role models. How about Luke Michael from our concert? If you haven't watched the concert yet, watch it. I am inspired by Luke. I know you are too, or you will be. Let's read this again. You can touch that star you're admiring. It can become a part of your wonderful soul. Just keep your feet moving toward that finish line, and in time you will move past your every goal. Keep your dreams alive within you. Don't ever feel they won't come true. Every day a miracle happens for someone in this world, and soon one will happen for you too. Think positive and know you can do anything. Deep inside your heart is where you hold that key. Come on, find it, turn it, and release all the magic behind the door. Break away from the chains that bind you and fly free. Keep going. Don't be afraid to take risks in your life. By doing so, you'll feel more alive and accomplished. Keep going. Don't be shy when an opportunity presents itself. Grab a hold of it and simply become it. Always remember to use your imagination. It will take you places you have never been before. Don't ever be hesitant or feel you're not worth it. Be more assertive and know you can. You can, you can, you can. Say that again, those three. You can, you can, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. There's so much that you do have control over with Parkinson's. Please, Lena, post the choir concert. If you haven't seen it yet, watch the concert. Plan to share it with your family and friends over Thanksgiving. And please make a gift to the holiday challenge. We only have until December 31st to raise $1 million. Once we do that, we are going to receive another gift of $500,000. We don't want to let this opportunity pass us by. We need your help. Thank you for joining me today. Tomorrow, Michelle will be with you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.